Assistant coaches for the captains, Paige Williams, Hannah Colliot, Riley Rafferty Lee, Rebecca Hortram, and head coach Lisa Valentine, and the remaining players of the captains of Christopher Newport University. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the profs of Rowan University. Number 5, Riley O'Brien. Number 6, Fiona Lockhart. Number 7, Trish Gillen. Number 14, Sophia Shivo. Number 20, Sydney Helmick. Number 21, Hannah Lombardo. Number 22, Jenna O'Neill. Number 23, Elena Corson. Number 24, Molly Green. Number 27, Callista Burke. Number 28, Katie Montanaro. And in goal for the profs, number 55, Mel Rogers. Assistant coaches for the profs, Nicole Valiente, Lindsay K. Smith, and the head coach is Lindsay Delaney. And the remaining players from the Rowan University profs. Our officials for today are Kim Stocks, Kathy Beaker, and Nicole Zambrama. And now we ask everyone if they would please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you that the NCAA, the New Jersey Athletic Conference, and Rowan University promote good sports conduct by student athletes, coaches, staff, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racist, sexist, or homophobic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition.
to 1/4.
Might just stop him and restart the recording each quarter.
All right, well, we got 76 minutes, so. Just want to make sure you know that, because I don't know how long, like, well, halftime's probably like 10 minutes, right? And whatnot.
Yeah, go ahead, take it off.
Hello everyone, my name is Sam Prince. Alongside me is Aiden Ray for the Rowan's women's lacrosse game today, and they are playing number 19th ranked Christopher Newport University, and Rowan has currently had 1-0. That was a goal by Callista Burke at the 10:55 mark. And Aiden coming in, the Profs have a 3 straight losing streak against their last game was at Stevenson on Thursday. They lost 7-11. What are some of your takeaways going to this game?
Takeaways going to this game, of course, number 19, Christopher Newport, they're playing, sitting at 9-4. So the Profs, if they want to get a big win right now and hopefully make a push, here is the start for right now. And of course, Callista Burke getting her 24th goal on the season early puts them off to a good start so far.
Yes, they do, and there was much needed goal because for the Profs, they have not been ahead at all the past 3 games. They've been playing from behind. Playing from behind, ball is out. Profs will have it at midfield. Go. As pass intended to Shavaro. Shavaro has it. New captains will have it. Captains will run it up with it for Morrison. Morrison passes back. Down to Lammy. Captain's attacking, trying to go back from the goal before. Taken away by the Profs. Profs get it back, and it'll be a called foul at 9:51. Their attack back to the left from Gillen. Burke will have it. Time is stopped at 9:39. And the Profs will have it. Captains will have it. Morrison will have it. Brooklyn Morrison, midfielder, has got 23 goals on the year for the Captains. Morrison back to Sloan McDonald. Donald will have it. And it'll be Sydney. Trying to attack near the net. Rogers in goal for the Profs. Rogers has 38 saves, 103 saves this year for the Profs. Aiden, the Profs are playing a little man defense.
Yes, they are playing a little man defense. Obviously, they have their man, and of course Newport. They had the open space, and now the Profs are trying to get that steal right now.
Green had it out of bounds for the Captains as Green last touched it. Molly Green, 19 goals in the year, 6 assists, and 6 points in the year. Going around for Christopher Newport. That's goals blocked by Rogers. That was shot by Giddy.
Great shot by Giddy. Of course, Giddy is tied first with Iapika with 38 goals this season. So that would have potentially been goal number 39 for Sid Guidi.
Yeah, no, for the Profs, are going to have to watch out for her. And the rest of this Christopher Newport team is their number 19th ranked. This is their 2nd ranked opponent this season. The shot blocked by Rogers, taken by Sloan McDonald. So that's their 3rd shot, and while the Profs defense have been prevailing today, it's got to credit to them because coming off a 3-game losing streak, you're going to want to win, especially in front of Friends and Family Day today.
Absolutely, Family Day, and of course, against a ranked team, Christopher Newport, who is 9-4, and Mel Rogers with some great saves right here to start off this game.
Ball is out. Aiden, today's also National Student Athlete Day, and this is the end of National D3 Sports Day, so we're celebrating at Rowan University today. Lockhart will have it. Fiona Lockhart, who scored 3 goals in the loss against Stevenson on Thursday. Lockhart's trying to find an open space. She gives it to Lombardo. Lombardo, 2-on-1. Trying to make something out of nothing. Lombardo looking for a pass. Lombardo looking for a shot. She goes back. Be a foul. And Aiden, you know, for Lockhart, who got 2 goals in the loss, you know, she had a good day on Thursday, but they just couldn't capitalize on the win. Had their 7th loss, and the Profs are looking for their 4th win this season, and that's going to be saved by Chadwick, as it was shot by Green, and Chadwick will go. Profs playing press. Be Katie Montero. We'll have it. Time is still going at 6:51.
But yeah, of course, Montanero with a great press on Rosghini, but now a steal for the Profs.
Steal for Rossby, 2-on-1 for Lockhart. Lockhart will shoot, and Chadwick gets it. That's rejected. That was an open goal for her. Lockhart got it, but that was a great save by Chadwick. Lockhart with the 2 goals in the loss. And Fiona Locker, where she was an all-Cape Atlantic first team at her high school. And look, 19 goals this year, 21 points, 2 assists. She's had a pretty good season so far.
Yeah, great season so far for Lockhart. The sophomore from Turnersville, New Jersey, just getting her goals and her assists early, and she has a lot of opportunities that she's been taking.
Yeah, no, and those props team has, and O'Neill will have it. Snyder looking for something. Morrison walking around with it, looking for an open captain. Profs are covering each captain well. Looks to pass to the left to Julia Ipichia. Looking 3-on-1. Ipichia back to Giddy. We'll have it. Giddy looking for a pass. She finds one. Back to McDonald. To Giddy. Ipichia will have it. She will shot, and that will be a goal number 1 for the captains. So it's tied 1-1. 5 minutes, 11 seconds left in this game. And if for the captains, they needed a goal, and the leading goal scorer got one for them.
Definitely a goal. Now Ipica, her 39th goal on the season. So now 1-1 tie, 5:11 to go in the first period for the captains in the profs. So definitely a needed goal for if you're Christopher Newport, if you want to stay ranked, of course.
Yeah, no, and definitely if they want to win today too.
Absolutely. And then, yeah, and of course, with it being early, the profs still have some statements to make. And of course, getting past Mel Rogers, even though she has had a pretty good game so far with 3 saves before that.
Yeah, she's having a pretty good year too. Total this year of 106 saves on the season so far, including today. And Lombardo will have the face-off for the profs. Lombardo. Ball dropped. Face-off happened as Green has it. Lombardo wins the face-off as the profs will go. Captain down, but she comes up. And Lombardo will go around. 2-0 on Ipichia. Back to Green. Green will have it. Back to Loria. Loria off the bench, did not start this game. Corson will have it. Corson with 3 goals in the loss against Stevenson. Looking around, back to Laurie. Laurie will have it. Laurie. Back to Gilson. Gillian looking for something. Gives it to Burke, and that's going to be a time foul. And that was Corson who had it. Corson the attack. Sophomore from Hainesport, New Jersey.
And Corson, of course, the leading scorer for the profs team with 27 goals on the season, 34 points for Rowan.
Profs will have it on the. Profs will have it, and it was saved by Chadwick. Profs 2 opportunities earlier this game, not capitalized, but hey, the score is still 1-1 Profs. Profs hanging in there against number 19th ranked Christopher Newport. As we said earlier, this is their second top 20 ranked opponent as they lost earlier in the season to Stevens and a close 15-16 game. This is Profs. Their record may not say it, and that was stolen by them as Molly Green. Sophia Churio will have it. Churio will run it up, pass it to an open prof and have her, and it'll be Burke will have it for a split second. She'll have it falling down. But for the profs, 3:52 left in this game. You have 3 wide open opportunities. You got to score here.
Absolutely. Those opportunities, it's a big situation they need to score. And Chavo had a lot of open space, but then Kalisa passed it out to Kalisa Burke, but she wasn't able to get it.
Yeah, now as for Burke, will have it.
Burke does have the only goal of the game so far for the profs right now.
As the ball will be in Atlantic Corson's stick. So Corson will have it. Corson finds an open Lombardo. Back to Green. Lombardo will have it. Lombardo finds a Gillian. Gillian looks to shoot. Gillian 2-on-1. Back to Corson. Corson hanging in there, dancing around the defenders. And Laurie will have it. That'll be a flag. Corson will still have it. Corson about 20 feet away from the net between Chadwick and her. Clock stopped at 2:58. And Aiden, so far in this game, you know, it's the only goal today by the Profs has been by Lockhart. And look, and then you also have your leading goal scorer for Christopher Newport and Julia Picchio, who scored today. So you're really expecting for both, for the Profs, they get an opportunity here to score.
Yeah, a lot of top goal scorers able to score with Iapika and Kalista Bergen. Now another chance here.
As Corson has it, she'll shoot. Ball's out, that'll be out of bounds, but still Profs ball. Clock still running. Ball up in the air, attended to Gillen. Gillen will have it. Gillen back and forth to Burke. Burke will toss it to Laurie. Laurie will have it. Laurie back and forth. Ball open, been scooped up by Morrison. Morrison will have it. She'll give it back to Eversole. Eversole, who didn't start the game, we pointed out earlier, pointed out by Aiden. But Jackson will have it. Jackson. The Red zone. Captains will look to attack. 2-on-1. Hopkins. Schultz. Schultz will still have it. Back to Morrison. Less than 2 minutes left in this period. Low scoring game. Giddy will have it. Giddy, one of the leading goal scorers on this team. Back to Morrison. To Julie Iapiccia. To McDonald. In and around, their captains are trying to find an open space, Aiden, and these Profs are playing excellent coverage.
I agree that Newport trying to attack here, but obviously the Profs are just playing great defensively, which just makes the captains just pass around both to the left and the right side themselves.
And Rogers with the excellent block. Go up and around. McDonald. Had it. Back to Iapiccia. Iapiccia. Between her and Lombardo. Back to Morrison. Her and Lombardo. Iapiccia looks to score. Was blocked by Rogers. That's going to be a foul against the captains. Less than a minute, Aiden. The Profs captains took all their time. The Profs are okay with that. Well, there's 40 seconds left in this first period, where the Profs look to get one last shot up before the buzzer ticks, period 1 is over.
They are, and of course, them getting the ball is definitely huge in the end of this period, which gives them a chance, of course, to get another goal potentially. And Kalista Burke was able to score, so there's more chances to take before this first period ends.
Yes, there is, and Gillen will have it around the net. Back to Corson. Corson will have it back to Burke. Back and forth. Green will have it. Green looks up at a scoop around. As Lombardo will have it with 1 second left. Lombardo looks to shoot, but she does not get it off in time. And Aiden, so far, some of my biggest takeaways from this first period is his Profs. They're playing up their competition where they want to get back in the win column. They haven't gotten a win since at home against Clarkson on March 18th. And their score was on March 18th. We've heard the PA announcer Fred in that. So Clarkson, they beat them 18-4, and then they had a 3-game losing streak against Scranton.
Yeah, and then of course they're
Cabrini and Stevenson.
Putting up a great fight right now, 1-1. Of course, they've had a lot of close games this season, so 1-1 right now against number 19 Newport. Iapiccia scoring the leading scorer for the captains, and Kalista Burke, who is second in goals on the Profs, gets her 24th goal. So going into the second period with a 1-1 score, the Profs are in a good place defensively, and of course, putting a good amount of pressure on the captains themselves.
Yeah, no, you said that right, and you talked about 1-game scores, and the Profs have lost 4 of them this season. It was started with on March 2nd, again at Stevenson, as they number 17 at the time, Stevens, 15-16 they lost, and the next week it was March 6th against Washington, Maryland, where they lost 12-11. So look, and then they lost in their OT game against Susquehanna. So you got these losses and you got these losses, Aiden, where you maybe think one or two shots can go your other way. And look, the Profs are playing like a very different team like the last time we saw them at home against Scranton and their 12-11 loss.
Yeah, and then and then playing Newport, who's ranked 2, so, and also Scranton, who also another good team too. So 12-11 loss. It's just stuff has not gone their way. They look to try to get stuff to go their way right now. There is a month left here of this regular season for the Rowan women's lacrosse, sitting at 3-7. They have a lot of opportunities though before they start NJAC conference play.
Just to review some stats for Rowan and Christopher Newport. Rowan, the only goal scored was by Christopher Newport. No, it was by Calista Burke, and then for Christopher Newport was Julia Apiccia. She had 1 point, 1 goal, and it was a solo goal, no assist, and the assist went to Trish Gillen for Rowan, and Mel Rogers is in net today. She has 3 saves, 1 goal allowed, and Haley Chadwick's in net for Christopher Newport, and she has 1 save and 1 goal allowed. And look, going into this game, Rowan, as we kept on talking about, kept on preaching, it was their second top 20 opponent, and they have not played any NJAC opponents, Aiden, and they don't play an NJAC opponent again until April 13th against Keene, and that's home. That's their first NJAC game. So look, you pick it up and you start winning NJAC games. This season can turn around because this is a very young team, and they lost a lot of their seniors last year.
They did lose a lot of their seniors, and then starting next week with the NJAC opponents, that's potentially where those games matter conference-wise. So you gotta take these games one game at a time. And I mean, with Newport right now, this is also very important since they're 9-4, and you gotta hopefully get an upset here.
Yeah, no, and the faceoff was won by the captains, as Giddy will have it. Go around for the captains. Pressure. Captains will shoot on the left, and the Profs will shoot on the right, as Julia Idaho will have it. Look to get her second goal of the day, and yes, she does, and it's 2-1 Captains.
Make that goal number 40 for Julia Iapika. Second, as you mentioned, second goal on the day. She's taking her chances, and she's doing it really well. So 2 goals on the day on 3 shots for Julia Iapika. And Iapika, she is a grad student. She's from Frederick, Maryland, and she's taking her opportunities today. She's been doing a great job today for this Christopher Newport team.
Yes, she did. Yes, she has so far. And Iapika's the one who you thought was going to get involved for the captains early in the first, and now in the second. You knew she was going to involve. You knew she was going to get in net at least once. She got in net twice.
Absolutely, and 2 goals for her. This just makes a statement and shows. It just updates her up, and now she has 40 goals this season for Christopher Newport.
Yeah, I know. She does lead all Christopher Newport in goals. And face off won by Rowan. As Rowan will bring it up, as Sophie Trith here will bring it up. Ross will attack. Burke will have it. Burke scored the only goal. Back to Gillen. Gillen. Back to Lockhart. Lockhart will have it. In around to Lombardo. Lombardo. Pushing on 1. Back to Larry. Lori will have it. Back and forth to Burke. Tended to Burke, but Gillen got it. Gillen looks to attack. Captain's playing good defense. Green will have it. Green 2-on-1, and she scores! Make that 2-2 for the Profs.
Great job by Molly Green getting in between the defenders, getting her 20th goal in the season, and now we are even at 2 here again after the Iapika goal. So now Molly Green gets on the board herself.
Iapika scored within minutes to start this second period. And what do the Profs do? They respond. Molly Green, an excellent 2-on-1 open coverage, and just Chadwick could not get that as she scored in the top right corner.
Yeah, great job by Molly Green. And of course, yeah, as I mentioned, got through those defenders really well and hit a great shot that makes the score 2-2 with 13:48 to go in the second period for the Profs.
2-2 Profs against number 19th ranked Christopher Newport. 13:48 left in this first half. Face off, ball be dropped. Looks to be set. Ball's up in the air, and the Profs won it as Green got the face off.
Molly Green playing really aggressive right now, and that just changed the tone for her.
I think this whole Profs team is playing a little aggressive today, which they need to.
Absolutely.
Iapicha will have it. Iapicha 2-on-1. Trying to clear coverage. As Winters will have it. You haven't really seen Winters too often in this game, who's one of their leading goal scorers. Kelsey, you're going to see her a lot throughout this game, but the Profs have been locking her up as Sloan McDonald with the pass.
And talking about Kelsey Winters, leads the team in points with 62. She has 47 assists for the Captains this season.
Iapicha, 2-on-1. Back and forth to McDonald. McDonald looks to score, and that is a goal by Hope Hunter to make it 3-2 Captains. And
another response for the Captains. Third goal combined to start off this second period. First it was Iapicha, and then Molly Green, and now Hope Hunter.
Yeah, Hope Hunter, and that was her first goal of the day, and her 13th goal of the year. Co-captain, 18th point, has 5 assists on the year, 24 now shots on the year. And Aiden, when you thought it was, the momentum was shifted back to Molly Green and the rest of the Profs, or Green scored about a minute ago to make it 2-2 with an open 2-on-1 score. It was looking like the Profs may have got something going. They got to get their momentum back going because, look, it's a high-scoring game. If you get an early lead, you got to keep it. So the Profs had it, but they lost it to Julia Iapicha's 2 goals. And then, of course, it was Hope Hunter's goal about a couple seconds ago at the 12:53 mark in the first half.
And to start off in the second period, coming in 1-1, so back and forth. Newport was able to score, then the Profs, and now back to Newport again. So Hope Hunter gets on the board herself and makes Newport have a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, now as Morrison will have it. Morrison back and forth. Iapicha looking for 3, and yes, she does. 4-2 Christopher Newport.
Hat trick already for Julia Iapicha, and Iapicha, she has a career now 120. She has 127 goals in her career for Christopher Newport. She scored 59 in 2023. Now she is at 41 in her 14th game this season for the Captains.
And Winters getting involved with the assist there. And Iapicha, we talked about leading goal scorer going into this game. It's gonna be hard to stop her.
And she's taking a heavy advantage of it in this wind here in Glassboro, New Jersey. She's doing a great job today for the Captains.
And face off. 12:29 left in the first half. Ball out of the air. Goody will have it. Back and forth. 2-on-1. The Captains add pressure. Back and forth. As it'll be Schultz will have it. I haven't really. Iapicha. Iapicha, 2-on-1. Iapicha looks for 4, and yes, she does. 5-2 Christopher Newport. And Aiden, earlier we were talking about a 2-2 close game, and it's 5-2 Christopher Newport, thanks to Julia Peach's 4th goal.
Already with 4 goals, and it's only with 12:02 left in the second period. She's making it look easy out there. Iapicha, 4 goals already, and it's now her 42nd goal on the season. She is she's playing incredible to start off this game here in Glassboro.
Yeah, here in Glassboro at a 12:02 mark, the timeout called by Rowan. As Rowan going into this second was losing 2-1. Now they are losing 5-2 against Christopher Newport. Molly Green, who had the goal earlier, was looking for a momentum shift here. But Aiden, you know, you knew Iapecha, the leading goal scorer for Christopher Newport, and Iapecha now has 42 goals, my bad, on the year, 9 assists. And look, she is who the Profs need to stop today, and they need to stop her throughout this game. Whether you put double or triple coverage on her, you're going to have to do that because that's the type of player she is.
Yes, you got to put a lot of pressure on her now since she scored 4 goals so far, and it's only the second period. So if you want to stop Iapecha, and of course the other leading goal scorer, Sid Guidi, which they've been able to put the pressure on, and same with Kelsey Winters, but Iapecha, you got to, double team, triple team. You got to like find a style defensively to just go with. But Iapecha, she's been able to get through these defenders really easily in the second period, as there's been a lot of action by the captains.
Yeah, there has a lot of action, especially in the last couple of minutes, Aiden, by Julia Iapecha. We were just talking about they were celebrating her hat trick. Now they're celebrating hat trick +1.
Hat trick +1, and then, so yeah, Iapecha with 4 goals, and Hope Hunter with the other goal for the captains so far.
As in the middle of the field, taking the face-off will be Alana Corson for the Profs. Corson, 27 goals on the year, 7 assists, and 34 points. Scored 3 goals in the last game against Stevenson. Show the face-off. Ball set. Ball's up in the air, and face-off will be won by the Profs, as was picked up by Green. Green will have it. Intended to Sophie Guerrero. And Iapecha with the foul. Clock has stopped at 11:49. As Green will have it. Green tended to a wide open Calista Burke. Calista Burke. Pass it to Lockhart. Lockhart to Gillen. Back and forth. To Corson. To Lombardo. Back to Green on the outside. Lombardo. Back to Burke. Blocked by Morrison. Burke's got it back. Green. Back and forth. Green. Lockhart. Lombardo. Back to Burke on the top of the key. Green. To Gillen. Behind the net. Gillen looks to shoot. As we scored and scored by Alana Corson. Corson paused for a second, then she shot to 5-3 as a score, as the Profs cut it to a 2-point deficit, as be Alana Corson's first goal of the day.
And that's what the Profs needed. Now 5-3 Newport. Alana Corson, the leading goal scorer for the Profs, gets goal number 28 on the season. The young sophomore taking an opportunity, and now the Profs cut the Newport lead to 2.
And Corson, who scored the goal, is also going to be on the face-off for the Profs, and the face-off for Christopher Newport will be Atlanta Collins, the senior. Collins, senior attack from Bridgman Island, Washington.
Brainbridge Island, Washington, right? And then, Atlanta Collins. She's also, senior. She plays attack, and and then 5-3. So Newport is so now it's getting closer.
Has
faced off with Alana Corson right there.
Be a switch off. Corson will have it. It was Collins, and then Morrison got it. Switched off the last second for the face-off for the Captains. Ball is out, ball is rolling as the Captains got a 2-on-1 for the Profs. As Henry will have it for the Captains. Henry. Back and forth to Iapicha. Iapicha, you felt like we've been saying her name all game so far, where she scored 4 goals for them.
Indeed, 4 goals already, and still only the second period right now.
It looks like Winters will be head shaken up. And it'll still be Captain's ball, the 10:23 mark, 5-3. To number 19, Christopher Newport leads Rowan as Brooke Morrison will have it. Morrison has not scored yet in this game. 23 goals on the year. Looks to make it her 24th and first of the game.
A lot of action we have seen between Newport and Rowan, especially Newport scoring 4 so far in the second period.
Morrison. Back and pass back to Hunter. Hunter, who scored 1 goal earlier. McDonald to Iapicha. Iapicha to Morrison. Back and forth to Hunter. Hunter. McDonald will have it behind the net. Collins. Back to Morrison. Morrison to Iapicha. Iapicha looks to shoot. Back and forth to McDonald. Back to Iapicha. Iapicha 3-on-1. Back in right to Hunter. Hunter. McDonald. Off a 2-on-1. Hunter. Iapicha. As that will be a bounce-in goal for goal number 6 for Drew Saley to make it 6-3 Captains, Aiden.
And Newport, 5th goal of the second period. We have 9:42 left though, so Drew Stanley gets the goal, her fourth on the season. So now Newport is back up by 3 with 9:42 to go in period number 2.
Yeah, 9:42 with the Profs. It is a 3-goal deficit, and Elena Corson will have the face-off, and it'll be back for Collins. As Morrison took the face-off at the last face-off, at the last second, they had a last-second switch. Face-off, ball in the air. Profs lose it to Morrison. Morrison has a 2-on-1 off of Green and Sophia. Back and forth as McDonald will have it. McDonald 2-on-1. McDonald behind the net. Back to Guidi. Guidi will have it. Guidi. Morrison. Top of key. Back and forth. Hunter. Back to Morrison. Morrison to McDonald for goal number 7 of the day.
And just as Sam said, it's now 7-3 Newport. 6th goal of the second period for the Captains, and this time Sloan McDonald, she gets the goal, and that's her 15th on the season. Sloan McDonald, the senior from Mendham, New Jersey, so a New Jersey native from on Newport, getting a goal back in her home state.
Homecoming for her, as Mendham's not too far away from here. I know there's multiple Mendhams in the state of New Jersey. And it'll be Corson and Collins for the face-off.
Another face-off between both these two again, as we see.
Ball up in the air. Corson had it. And ball on the ground. And it'll be Christopher Newport's ball. As Morrison will have it. She's still looking for her first goal. Morrison. Been around. Back to Iapicha. Beatrice looking for goal number 5 for the day.
She's been on fire today. She also has 6 goals in her in Newport's most recent game on March 31st.
Aiden, she could get to 6 today at this rate.
She could.
Morrison has it. Morrison back to Hunter. Hunter back and forth. We'll have it, and it's stolen by Sala. We'll have it. Back and forth for the Profs. Corson will have it. Corson looks to run it up for goal number 4. They will count that to make it 7-4 Christopher Newport.
And Elena Corson gets her 2nd goal on the day for the Profs and moves up her statistics for this season. 29 goals for the sophomore out of Hainesport, New Jersey, who is really dominant for this Profs team. Has scored in every game that she has played for the Profs this season.
Elena Corson, that's her first goal of the game. And Corson, who had 3 goals in the loss against Stevenson, led all Profs in that category. The Profs are fighting hard to get win number 4 on the season. That was Corson and Collins for the face-off. Collins for Christopher Newport and Corson for Rowan.
They have been fighting hard. Of course, now 7-4. They won in this period 1-1, but now 3 goals for the Profs, but 6 goals for the captains. But they're keeping it close with this team right now.
Ball up in the air by Green. Green is down, but she'll come back up as Corson will have it. Corson, Profs won the face-off. Back and forth. B. Jackson will have it. O'Neal. O'Brien. O'Brien hasn't gotten too involved. Back and forth. The Profs are changing stuff up as Gillen will have it. Lombardo. Lombardo looks to pass to Green on the left. She holds it in there, stay a little longer. Grails it. O'Neal. Corson back and forth. Laurie. Back to Gillen. Gillen back and forth. Gillen scoops it up, tosses it up, back to Laurie. Laurie, back and forth. Gives it back to Gillen. To a yellow flag. Christopher Newport's ball. And they are going to keep it in Rowan's possession. Gillen will have it to start. As Gillen looks to shoot on the left side, and yes, she does. She scores to make it 7-5.
Profs coming right back in this game. It's 7-5 now. It's 6:32 to go in the period. Trish Gillen gets goal number 11 on the season.
Number 6,
and a great effort on that play. Also a sophomore taking her opportunity on the goal.
And that's her 11th goal of the season. 13 assists on the season and 24.29 shot. 6:32 left in the first half, and Aiden, they got the lead to 2 for Christopher Newport, and Corson and Collins will have to face off. So you never know. Maybe the Profs could come back. The Profs are inched back slowly but surely.
Yeah, they're getting their momentum back up after allowing 3 goals in this period to Julia Iapika, but they are coming back. Elena Corson scoring, of course Trish Gillen, Molly Green. A lot of action has been happening in the second period.
And speaking of Green on point, Green will have it past Morrison. Green back and forth. Green 4-on-1 as Green will be back, looks to shoot. Green on the outside. Long pass to Larry, and that'll be out of bounds. And it'll be trying to make something out of nothing, but that was just a pass a little too high.
A little too high for Molly Green. After she was showing off that speed. Little mistake there, but you got to move forward from there as Newport has the ball.
Yes, you do. It'll be Emmett Jackson who has it. Ball scooped up as Elena Corson tries to steal it. 2-on-1 Corson and Burke on Jackson. As Raziano will have it. Raziano to slow McDonald. McDonald. Behind the net. Raziano. As Morrison will have it. Morrison covered by Lombardo. Giddy. Morrison on the left. Morrison, it'll be her and Green. Back to Iapicha. Iapicha looking for number 5 of the day. Iapicha, 2-on-1. Pass it to Jackson. McDonald. McDonald will have it. To Henry. Henry will have it. Henry looks to shoot. Goes back and forth, 2-on-1. Back to McDonald. McDonald will have it. McDonald will shoot, and she will score! To make that 8-5, Christopher Newport.
And for McDonald's second goal on the day, 8-5. Again, Newport, they've scored their 7th goal of the period, and they're just taking a big opportunity getting past Mel Rogers. So 8-5 Newport, 4:55 remaining in the second period. Sloan McDonald gets goal number 2.
She does, and there's 4:55 left in this first half. 8 down by 3. Corson and Collins will have the face-off.
Another face-off by Collins and Corson. Corson, who also has 2 goals on the day. She's trying to hopefully win this face-off here. And, of course, 3-goal lead for Newport. There's still a lot of time left, though.
Yes, there is. A whole other half to play, too. Ball up in the air for Corson. Corson back and forth. Stretcher will have it. Gillen. Gillen back and forth. Corson. Green. To Burke. Burke will have it. Burke looks to shoot, back and forth to Gillen. Gillen, 2-on-1. Gillen tosses it back to Molly Green. Green. Back and forth to Larry. In and out for Gillen. Lockhart will have it. Lockhart, 2 goals in the loss against Stevenson. Goal earlier today, and she looks to shoot for goal number 2, and she misses. That'll be out of bounds.
That is a great effort by Lockhart, but of course it just gets past the goal. But now another chance for the Profs here.
Yeah, now another chance for them, as it'll be Lombardo will have it. Corson, back and forth. Green, 2-on-1. Profs will have it. 3:32 left in this first half. Profs are down 8-5. Green will have it. Green with the easy score on the top right.
Make that goal number 2 for Molly Green, playing aggressive on that. And again, two-goal game again. Newport 8, Rowan 6. And this second period has been a very, very exciting one for both these teams.
Green with a little easy scoop and scored on the top right corner. 8-6, 3.
Rowan goal scored by number 24, Molly Green.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half of play. Profs can go into this half with the momentum on their side. We could see an upset brewing in Glassboro, New Jersey.
We can definitely see it here. Of course, it was 5-2 earlier, and of course Newport had all the momentum, but Rowan, they're setting the tone themselves, and they're getting a lot of opportunities. Molly Green and Elena Corson both with 2 goals so far.
Speaking of Molly Green, she looked to have a face-off over Corson.
It'll be Molly. Oh yeah, Molly Green. Yeah, she'll just take it.
She will take it herself, and Green will have it. Green go to the right, 3-on-1.
A lot of space for Molly Green right there.
Green looks for back-to-back goals, goes back down, gets back up. Call that a header. Back and forth, Lombardo. Fourth as Morrison on the scoop up for Chadwick. Chadwick let up 6 goals today. Average is letting up about 7 goals a game. Julie Iapicha. Iapicha run on the left. Iapicha looks for goal number 5, and she does not find one there.
Almost the 5th goal for Iapicha. 42 goals on the season for Iapicha. She's dominating for the Captains, and she has 10 goals in her last 2 games.
She has been on fire, their best player on the field for the Captains. Leading goal scorer of the year for them so far this young season. It's a beautiful sunny day in Glassboro, New Jersey. Sun is shining. Accepted Students Day is also today. National Student Athlete Day. And a D3 week. We celebrate all those things here in Glassboro.
A lot of exciting things here on Rowan University's campus on this beautiful Saturday.
Yes, sir, Aiden. Marissa will have it. Back to Giddy will have it. Back and forth. Giddy will have it. Back to Morrison. Morrison, one of their leading goal scorers, has not had too many shots today so far. Back and forth as McDonald looks to have it. McDonald back to Hunter. Hunter up and down. Local time. That's Hunter, who scored earlier in today's game. Less than 2 minutes left in this first half of play. So they will have it, an easy score on the top left for, it'll be Giddy, and that's our first goal of today. And Profs are now down by 3, and for Christopher Newport, they extended their lead to 3.
9-6 now. Entering this game, Sid Guidi and Julia Iapicha were both tied with 38 goals. So now Guidi gets her 39th goal on the season, and now Newport is now up 9-6.
In a goal for Christopher Newport, number 38, Bethany Wyden.
Yeah, no, for the Profs, that was her 39th. 1 assist on the year and 40th point, 66 shot. So now she's shooting just a little bit above 850 on the year.
Also a changing goal for the Captains, Bethany White, the freshman from Colonial Beach, Virginia, going in a goal for the Captains.
Hope Chadwick's okay with his injury unless they just take her out for the half. And a face-off won by the captain. And as the Profs will have the ball back, so it was back and forth. O'Brien will have it. O'Brien hooks to have it. O'Brien back to Lockhart. To Gillen. To Lockhart. Lockhart back and forth. Scooping up by Iapicha. Iapicha's trying to get out of that. And it'll be stolen by the Profs as they will have it. Burke will have it. Burke ball scooped on the ground as the Captains will retain possession. But Burke and Gill look to have it as so back to Wicker. As Aiden mentioned, the freshman goalie is for Wyatt for Christopher Newport from Colonial Beach, Virginia. Back and forth for Christopher Newport. Raziani will have it. Raziani back and forth. Raziani will be falling down. Clock stops. Clock is still running. Less than a minute left. So we anticipate one more shot for Christopher Newport.
definitely an opportunity to get another shot up and hopefully get goal number 10 for the captains, as they've scored 8 so far in.
Well, hopefully
not hope
for them.
Yeah, hopefully for them. Not trying to have some bias on here.
And back and forth. Yes, it was a bounce in or in for Goody, and for her, Giddy got it in for goal number 10. So, Aiden, you were doing a little reverse broadcaster six there.
We need goal number 40 now. Yeah, 10-6. Hopefully, for their side, but like, what I'm trying to say is, of course, not trying to get anything like.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Little reverse six is Guidi got.
Yeah, Guidi 40th goal on the season
and
now.
Her second of the day.
Yeah, second of the day. 14 seconds to go. 10-6 Newport. 9th goal of the period for the captains.
The face-off will be Corson and Collins. Waiting for time. 14 seconds left. Ball up in the air. Ball rolling up, and it will be Prof's possession. Green will have it. Green running with 4 seconds left. Green's got to shoot. Green takes and she does not take the shot. She thought she had a little more time. And Aiden, 10-6 Christopher Newport. The Profs keep inching back. It's not an open game, as Christopher Newport came as the heavy favorite coming in, number 19th ranked, where they only have coming in a 9-4 record, has not played a conference game, 4-2 in the year for Christopher Newport. They're coming off a 21-10 winning at Kennington College. But for the Profs, they're looking to wipe away that 3-game losing streak and get their first top 25 opponent victory of the year.
Definitely a must-win, of course, against 19 Newport. But second period, lots and lots of action. Newport 9 goals, Rowan with 5 goals, and of course, this is just ending a action-packed half. A lot of goals. IAP 4 goals. McDonald and Guidi with 2, and then Corson and Molly Green also have 2. So there's definitely the mindset is on both sides at different points of the second period. So definitely an open game still.
Yeah, definitely an open game. We'll really review some stats as for the Profs. Corson has 1 goal. Green has a goal. Burke has a goal. And Marie Gillen, she has a goal too. 3 goals for the Profs. But it was Julia Iapicha for the Christopher Newport captain, scoring 4 goals, 4 points on the day, 5 shots. And it was also Hope Hunter with the goal, and Staley, who also had a goal, to make it 7-3 Christopher Newport. As we're going to take a halftime break, and we'll be back right as the second half starts. I'm Sam Prince, alongside Aiden Ray on Rowan Athletics. Welcome to the second half action of Rowan's women's lacrosse as they face off Christopher Newport University. As I'm Sam Prince, alongside my color commentator is Aiden Ray. And going to the second half, Christopher Newport is leading 10-6 against Rowan, and it's been the Julia Iapita show for Christopher Newport. As for Rowan, let's review what happened earlier in today's first half. As first goal was scored by Christopher Newport, 2 goals by Atlantic. Of course, Molly Green also had 2 goals, and Fiona Lockhart had another goal. For Christopher Newport, it was the Julia Iapita show with 4 goals, a hat trick plus 1. Hope Hunter had a goal. Staley had a goal. Sloan McDonald had 2 goals, and Giddy had 2 goals. And look, Aiden, number 19, Christopher Newport, where they're coming off their dominant win against Keene College, 21-10, where the Profs, they're hungry for win number 4 on the year, as they're off a 3-game losing streak, as they had a 7-11 loss at Stevenson last Thursday night.
Yes, they are. They are hungry right now. A lot of action was in the second period, entering it 1-1, leaving it 10-6, and now we're entering the second half. Newport leading 10-6. Julia Iapita with 4 goals. They've been able to stop her after that early part of the second period, but still another half to play. There still will be a lot more action to happen here today.
As for the face-off, it will be Corson and Collins. Green, Corson from Rowan, and Collins from Christopher Newport. Rowan will shoot on the left, and Christopher Newport will shoot on the right side. Ball up in the air. Ball up, and Molly Green gets it, so Rowan won the face-off. Green will have it on the left. So run up, use her speed. Covered by Iapita. Green passes 2-on-1. Green looks to shoot, and she gets caught up, passes it to Corson. Ball up in the air up to Gillen. Gillen. Back and forth. Gillen will have it from Lockhart. 2-on-1. Laurie will have it. Corson. Back and forth. Corson with a spin move. Corson 2-on-1. Corson gets stuck in there by Iapita. Ball up, pass on the right side to Lockhart. Lockhart back to Lombardo. Lombardo 2-on-1. Lombardo back and forth. Larry will have it. And forth to Burke. Burke will have it. Burke. Burke with a shot and saved by Wyatt for the captains as well. For Aiden, it was so close to be an early dominant comeback so far, maybe for the Profs, as they could have got that first goal that would have helped them out a lot.
They could have got that first goal, and of course, after that face-off, Molly Green was finding a lot of open space and had all that running room, but she did get caught around that, so now Newport has a chance right now.
Iapita will have it covered by Green. Iapita, 2-on-1. Iapita looks to score, and that's saved by Rogers. Iapita almost got goal number 5 on the day for her, and the score is still 10-6. And fourth time is stopped. As for the Profs, they get this comeback and win this game. Led a 3-game losing streak for them, as their last win was at home on March 18 against Clarkson. It was a 18-4 win. Back and forth. Profs will back have it. Profs look to push to the left. 2-on-1. Back and forth for Burke. Montague. O'Brien. Laurie. 3-on-1. Back to Gillen. Gillen has got a goal earlier in today's game. Burke. To Laurie. Gillen. To Corson. Corson, who's got a goal earlier in today's game too. 3 goals in the Stevenson loss. Gillen. And it'll still be Profs' ball, Aiden. As the Profs are, I like the ball movement they're having, going back and forth, not just going for the shot, making something.
Yeah, great move and trying to find the open person, but Newport defensively trying to get the job done well.
And that's good. Greenwood called. Still be Rowan's possession. You scoop. Good fourth. Green will have it. Green has it to make goal number 3 for her and to make it 10-7 Profs.
Molly Green gets her hat trick. 3-goal game between the captains and the Profs. Molly Green was able to get the easy goal on the attack. And yeah, now 10-7. We start off the third period with the Profs goal.
You know, first half is looking, the second half is looking good for the Profs so far. Molly Green has a hat trick, 3rd goal of the day, and Molly Green has been a bright spot of this Profs team so far this season, and especially today, where the Profs are only down by 3 in a 10-7 game here in beautiful Glassboro, New Jersey, on a beautiful April 6th Sunday. Can you believe we're in April?
Can't believe it. Doesn't even feel like April out here, but spring is coming here in Glassboro.
Puxtani Phil did not see Shadow, and it'll be faced off 1 by Christopher Newport as Morrison will have it. Morrison 2-on-1. Morrison back and forth 3-on-1. Morrison looks to get out of it, looks to give it to Iapicha. Iapicha will have it. And this will be by Guidi. Morrison, oh, ball. Ball's on the ground as Hunter will have it. Hunter back and forth. Hunter 2-on-1. Back and forth. She'll have it. As the goal scored number 11 by Christopher Newport by Paige Henry. And that's her first of the day to get 11-7, and the lead is extended to 4.
Paige Henry gets her 10th goal of the year. The young freshman from Suffolk, Virginia, who did not start today, gets the opportunity. She takes the goal, and Newport is back up by 4, which was where it was to start off this half.
Yeah, that's a little surprising that Paige Henry did not start today, as she came in with 10 goals, 9 goals, as you said. Now it's 10 of the year. As Corson and Collins will have the face-off. Prof shoot to the left, and Christopher Newport will shoot to the right. 11:16 is the time left in the third. Ball up. Face off 1 by the Profs. Back and forth. Profs pushing. O'Neal will have it. Back and forth. Laurie. In and out on the right. Laurie. Gillen. Back and forth. Green will have it. Green looking for goal number 4. Green. Top of the key. Corson. Lombardo. Getting forth. There's Gillen will have it. Gillen. Get forth to Burke. Burke. Get forth. Burke will have it. Burke looks to shoot, and yes, she does, but that's blocked by Chadwick.
A great shot by Burke, but of course, a great save. Chadwick and now Newport aggressively getting down the other side of the field.
They have been playing aggressive all day today with 11 goals in today's game so far. And it'll be ball up in the air. They scooped by Rowan. We'll have it.
That was Lombardo who got the ball.
O'Brien looks to push back. O'Brien back and forth on the left. Burke back and forth. Gillen will have it. Corson on the left. Back to Lombardo. Lombardo. Back to Corson. Burke, and we'll have it. Green has it. Green looks to shoot 2-on-1. Looks to get out of this. Green shoots on the left, but does not get it. Just misses the bottom left of the net. And Rowan will still have possession.
A great effort by Molly Green, fighting to try that goal, get that goal, trying to get number 4, but was not able to get it.
And scooped by the captain's back. It'll be Emma Jackson will have it. Jackson will run from left to right. Pass to McDonald. McDonald on Corson. McDonald trying to find an open captain. To Morrison. Back and forth. Be Winters. Winters only has 1 assist in today's game. And Iapicha gets it for goal number 5 for her, and goal number 12 for Christopher Newport.
Again, making number 5 for Iapicha. She scored 3 in the second period and was able to get the early hat trick, but now at number 5, and she moves up to 43 goals on the season. And now Newport up 5.
And she's got a hat trick plus 2.
Hat trick plus 2.
11, Iapicha.
Big time called by Rowan.
Number 9, Kelsey Winters.
Kelsey Winters, 2 assists on the
And
day.
field called by Rowan.
And Kelsey Winters leads the team in assists, her 49th assist on the season, and she's at 64 points for the captains.
For Julia Picha, for Christopher Newport, she got 5 goals, 5 points, 8 shots, and 6 shots of them would have been on goal. But let's look at some Rowan stats. For Mel Rogers, who's been in goal, she's had a tough day today. 5 saves and allowed 12 goals. And there have been 7 goals scored by Rowan. But Fiona Lockhart scored 1 of them. Next, it would be Atlanta Corson scored 2. Molly Green scored 3, who has the hat trick today. And Callista Burke scored 1. That makes 7 goals. And for the Profs, they had 15 shots, and 10 of them have been on goal. For the Profs, they're been creeping back. They've been coming back, but for Christopher Newport, right when the Profs have a 3, cut the deficit to 3 or 2, they just come back and gain their deficit back to 4 or 5. It's a back and forth game. The score doesn't say it, but the Profs have really been hanging in this game.
They have been hanging in this game, and when it was like 5-2, all that momentum mainly was on Newport, but the Profs, Elena Corson, Molly Green, Fiona Lockhart, all those players able to score goals, take opportunities, and just attack and keep it close with Newport. And again, Newport coming in 9-4, coming in on fire compared to Rowan, who is on a losing streak. They want to get out of that losing streak today.
Yes, they do, as a 3-game losing streak we mentioned a couple times throughout this broadcast. Collins and Corson will come in for the face-off. 8 minutes and 2 seconds left in the third. Christopher Newport has a 5-goal advantage, 12-7. Face off. Ball up in the air. Corson will have it. Corson wins the face-off. Scored earlier today's game. One of the 7 goals for Rowan. Back and forth. Back to O'Neill. O'Neill will have it. To Lowry. Lowry will have it on the right. Lowry. Behind the net. Gives it to Gillen. Gillen. Good fourth. Green will have it again. Green scores on the top right. Make that 8-12 as the Profs come right back.
Molly Green, her 4th goal on the day. She moves up to 23 goals on the season. And yeah, the junior from Mullica Hill, New Jersey, who she went to Clearville High School, and now 4 goals on the day, 12-8. Newport, the lead is cut. till 4
And this
for the captains.
Profs bench, Aiden, is pumped up as they were celebrating, and the rest of this team is celebrating as Molly Green got her 4th goal of the day. This Profs team is like, they're hanging in there. The momentum could be going back. The vibes are all on this Rowan bench as this is a young, up-and-coming team for this Profs future team.
They are in there, and of course, yeah, a lot of young and exciting players in there. Molly Green, she is a junior, but of course, Elena Corson, who is a sophomore. A lot of young players on that team.
Yes, there are a lot of young players. Corson and Collins will have the face-off middle of the field. Ball dropped. Up in the air. Face-off won by Rowan. By Christopher Newport. The ball's out, so just like Rowan run it. Back and forth. Burke will have it on the right. Ball out. Back and forth. Hunter. Back and Schneider will have it. Profs pick it back up on the right. Profs look to push to the left to cut the deficit to 3 as Gillen will have it. Lombardo. Back to Corson. Corson will have it. Corson, covered by Raziano. Gillen, on the left. Gillen looks to make something of nothing. Gives to Green. Green looks to extend the lead. Green will have it. Back to Laurie. Laurie, back and forth. Corson will have it. Corson, back and forth. Corson, 3-on-1, looks to get out of it, and she does. She gives it to Lockhart, back to Corson. Corson, back and forth to Gillen. Gillen looks to shoot, keeps it in her stick. 2-on-1, as it's Morrison and Eckhart. Looks to give it away. She finds Laurie. Laurie, 1-on-1, looks to shoot. She shoots, and she scores! Make that 12-9 Profs, and that's the first goal of the day by Alexa Laurie. That's her 9th goal of the year, 1 assist, and she got 10 points of the year, 22 shots. That was her first shot of the day, getting her involved, the freshman from Allway, New Jersey.
That's fantastic effort by the Profs on that goal. Alexis Lowry gets her, as you mentioned, first goal of the day, but Trish Gillen getting double teamed by Brooklyn Morrison and Julia Iapika was able to get out of it, pass it out to Lowry, and now it's only a 3-goal game, 12-9, Christopher Newport with 5:18 to go in period number 3.
Yes, there is 5:18, and the Profs cut the deficit to 3, Aiden. We are in an early second half where there's 5 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the third. Face-off Collins for Christopher Newport and Elena Corson for Rowan. As Corson looks to have it. Green did 1 face-off today. And Collins and Morrison did 1 for her. But it's back to the usual face-off for both sides. 12-9 is the score. And Aiden, if the Profs can keep this type of momentum back, maybe they can capitalize in the 4th quarter to come back.
Definitely, it would definitely be huge, of course, because they've scored the last 2 goals in this game and so far, and leading that into the 4th quarter could definitely change the tone for Rowan.
Yes, it can change the tone for Rowan.
Again.
Yeah, the ball's up in the air, and Christopher Newport looks to win this face-off. as they'll have it. Jackson will have it on the left to right. Jackson, back and forth. Gwitty, back and forth for Gwitty. Morrison will have it. To Iapicha. Iapicha looking for his second hat trick on the day. Iapicha looks to shoot. Back to Guidi. Back and forth. Graziano. Back. Rowan gets it back. Rowan will take it from the left. Green will have it. Svicchio will have it. She'll bring it up the left. Montiero will give it right back to Larry. Or will have it. As it'll be a Tanner. Callista Burke will have it. Burke to Corson. Corson. Back and forth, stolen by Morrison. Morrison. Back and forth. As the Profs get it back, it'll be Lombardo will have it. Lombardo. Back to Green. Lombardo. Corson. Back and forth. Burke looks to score. Shoot. Pass to Gillen behind her. Gillen. Looking for an open prof. She looks to facilitate it. Lockhart. 2-on-1. Lockhart moving to the right. Lockhart shoots just off the bottom left net.
That is a great shot by Lockhart. She was looking for goal number 2 of the day, but the Profs still keep it.
Profs still keep it, and Corson will have it. Corson off the net is out of bounds. Profs still ball. They possession. Laurie. Back and forth. Corson. Burke. Ball up, scoop by Wyatt. As that's going to be a lucky break for the captains. As Wyatt will try to find an open captain. As yes, she does. She finds one in Blake Hopkins. Hopkins from Fairfax, Virginia, Robinson High School, senior. Hopkins is not shot today, defenseman. Hunter will have it. Hunter, the back. Hunter back. Back and forth. As Graziani will have it. Lane. We got 97 seconds, Aiden, in this third quarter of action.
97 seconds, and Newport, they're looking for another goal themselves and to extend the lead, but the Profs have been doing a great job in this third period.
They have been doing a great job, and that's going to be a shot from Guidi, and that's rejected by Rogers. So you gotta imagine here you have max 2 more shots at the goal for Christopher Newport with 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Bring it up on the right. Back and forth. McDonald will have it. For 9, and who else is it for goal number 13 for Christopher Newport? Julia Iapicha with not 1 hat trick, but 2 hat tricks. So Aiden, she's got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, not 5, but 6 goals on the day for Julia Iapicha today at 13-9. Christopher Newport.
Iapicha, 6th goal, a great pass from behind the net from Kelsey Winters, who gets another assist. So Iapicha has 6 goals on the board. Kelsey Winters gets her 3rd assist, and Newport brings their lead back up to 4, 13-9, with 53.8 to go in period number 3.
Yeah, and so she got a hat trick and assist for Winters.
Leader in assists on that team is well, as I mentioned before, Kelsey Winters moves up. That's her 50th assist on the season.
Corson and Collins at the face-off. Ball out in the air. It'll be back and forth as Corson will have it. Corson back. Back and forth. Ball up. That will be Christopher Newport's ball. The Graziano will have it. She'll have. Guidi will have it. Guidi. Collins in the back. Back and forth. As Morrison looks for a first goal, that's rejected by Rogers. Hunter will have it. Guidi. Guidi back and forth, 3-on-1. Guidi looks to shoot. Rogers saves it. Ball out in the air. And clock will run. They'll get maybe one shot at most in 3 seconds. But time expires here in the third inning. Christopher Newport is up 13-9 in this game. Well, you gotta imagine if you're a Profs fan, you gotta say, you gotta keep having hope, but Christopher Newport keeps on finding lead. There is hope for you Profs fans out there for an upset, as we'll review a little bit of what happened throughout this game. We'll start with the Profs. In goal is Mel Rogers. She got 8 saves, but she's allowed 13 goals in this game. And for the goals scored by the Profs is Alexa Laurie, Trish, Fiona Lockhart, Liana Corso with 2, and Molly Green with 4, and Callista Burke with 1. And for your Christopher Newport captains, it's been Sloan McDonald with 2, Guidi with 2, and Julia Ipicha with 2 hat tricks and 6. Hope Hunter with 1, Henry with 1 goal, and Stinley with another goal to make that 13 goals. But Aiden, they made a goalie change throughout this game. It started with Haley Chadwick, and then it went to Wyatt, where Wyatt stepped in great, only allowing 3 goals, but you know, Chadwick came back in this game. It's been back and forth. They've been using 2 goalies. That's something we should keep, something we've been keeping track of. And Aiden, going into this fourth, what do the Profs need to do to not only score 4 goals to bring it to overtime, but potentially score 5 to win it? But if they do that, they can't allow a goal.
They cannot allow a goal. And of course, got to try and stop the ball movement that the captains are doing, and especially got to stop Julia Ipicha, who has 6 goals today for Christopher Newport. And the Profs, they did a pretty great job in the third period. They only allowed 3 goals, and they scored 3 themselves. So they got to score some goals, but also they got to defensively, they just got to try to get some stops. Mel Rogers got to keep getting some saves, and yeah, the Profs just gotta have the tone themselves, be in the right mindset.
Yeah, you gotta be in the right step for the Profs, and they've taken 19 shots compared to Christopher Newport's 24 shots, and Rowan's got 1 assist while Christopher Newport has 6. And of course, the score through the third is Christopher Newport 13 and Rowan 9, and there'll be 15 seconds left in this third to fourth break as face-off will happen. And momentarily, and going through this game, it's someone to stop for the Profs was Julia Ipicha. Well, it's been pretty hard to stop her, where she scored 6 out of the 13 goals for Christopher Newport.
She has scored 6 out of the 6 goals for Newport, and Kelsey Winters 3 assists as well. She's leading the team in assists, so a lot of points, goals, like opportunities that Christopher Newport is going to have this season. And they're showing it today as well, and showing why they're ranked in all of D3 lacrosse. But Rowan, again, they're putting up a great fight, and they just want to lose this losing streak.
Yes, they do want to break the losing streak. As Corson will have it. Corson and Collins. Hunter will have the face-off for Christopher Newport. Ball up in the air. For Corson will have it as Rowan won the face-off, as they'll go right to left, and Christopher Newport will go left to right. Collins almost at the steal there, as Burke will have it. Burke back and forth, Lombardo. Lombardo back. Bardo. Back. Lockhart will have it. Lockhart trying to find her second goal, 10th on the day for Rowan. Lockhart back and forth off of Iapicha. As Corson will have it. Corson 1-on-2. Corson trying to find an open prof or open net. Corson will shoot, and it's rejected by the captains.
Different moves that Elena Corson was doing, but she was not able to get it off, and now Newport has more chances to take right now.
Yeah, Newport does have more chances with 13 minutes and 56 left in this game. Back and forth for Collins. Collins will have it back to Iapicha, to Morrison. As Winters will have it. Winters for Christopher Newport. They're just trying to add some insurance goals at this point. Winters back and forth for Morrison. Morrison shoots it, she scores on the bottom left, and that's her first goal of the day.
First goal on the day, 24th goal on the season for the sophomore from Ashburn, Virginia, Brooklyn Morrison. She has gotten action, a good amount of action today, but she was not able to score until now, and she gets on the board with a goal.
Yeah, and that's also her 37th point on the year, and well, she's been someone who the profs have been keeping quiet today until just now to make it 14-9, a 5-goal lead for the captains.
And that's what we've seen from here. We've been seeing 4-goal, 5-goal. It's been cutting down to 3- and 2-goal leads. But Newport has been able to stay keeping this lead during this game so far.
So they have it be Corson and Morrison for the face-off. And speaking of Morrison, who scored on the face-off. Ball's up in the air. Face-off will be won by the profs. As O'Brien will have it. O'Brien gives it to Montejero. Montejero gives it back to Jenna O'Neill. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. O'Neill to Lockhart. Lockhart off her stick, be out of bounds, and it'll be captain's ball. That's a nice. Raziano will have it. Raziano back and forth. Hunter. Hunter will bring it up. Hunter back to McDonald. McDonald looking for something. Morrison. Morrison looking for goal number 2 of the day. Back to Guidi. Guidi on the left. Guidi looks to shoot, and she shoots and she scores to make it 15-9, Christopher Newport.
And Guidi, the second Newport player today with a hat trick, the second leading goal scorer on the team, gets her 41st goal on the season. So Iapicha and Guidi with hat tricks today.
Goal scored by number 3.
3 hat tricks in total because Iapicha's got 2.
Iapicha does have 2, so 3 in total. 2 players with hat tricks, and 15-9 Newport with 12:25 to go.
12:25 is to go in this second half of action and the game, as well the profs are down 15-9, and they're going to need a big comeback, at least 6 goals, bringing this to overtime. Corson will have it. Morrison, the face-off. Morrison did not deal any of the face-offs before the 4th. It was Collins would do the majority of them. I pitched it to 1. Face-off won by the captains. Bring it on the left. Back and forth. Iapicha. McDonald. Back and forth, Iapicha. In and out for Hunter. Morrison. McDonald. Collins in the back. Guidi. Back and forth. Hunter. It'll be Corson. Back and forth. In and out by the net. Looks to shoot as Hunter. Back to McGuidi. To Hunter. Hunter passes. Finds it open. Morrison. Morrison will have it. Morrison looking to find an open part of the net. Morrison looks to shoot. Morrison, ball out. Iapicha. Stolen by the Profs. As Iapicha will recover. Back and forth, stolen. Back by Weiser. Haven't really called her name too much in today's game so far. As Kocher will have it. Bring it from left to right. Profs look to attack. As Gillen will have it. Lockhart to Gillen. Gillen. Lombardo. To Burke. Back and forth. Gillen. To Corson. Back and forth as Green will get it back from Lombardo. Green. 2-on-1. Green looks to shoot. Instead, she does a side pass to Gillen. And Burke will look to shoot, but does not get it. As Rowan will still retain possession. Rowan down 15-9. Get fourth. As Corson will have a Corson looks to shoot. Corson back and forth. Ball up in the air for Green. Green. Run for the net is up, and that's no good. Saved by the Captains. It'll be Captains' possession. And that was a possession where if you're the Profs, you need to score there when you're down by 6.
That was definitely, of course, much needed. And Molly Green was looking for her 5th goal of the day, but the Profs are going to get possession again after a bad throw.
You know, they got a lucky break there for them as Laurie will have it. Laurie back and forth, 2-on-1. Green. Back and forth. We Lockhart for Gillen. Gillen. Back to Lombardo. Back and forth. As the Lombardo will still have it. Back to Corson. Corson will have it on Hunter. And it'll be Lockhart. Lockhart goes down on a slide. Clock stopped at 8:48. Profs will still have possession. So roll up. And it'll be a scoop and no score for Rowan. And it'll almost be a goal on the bottom right for Lockhart, but she just couldn't get it in. It'll be Newport ball in back-to-back golden possessions. The Profs just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Lockhart almost got that goal, but just, went to the back, and now Newport getting down the field.
And Newport is down the field. Back and forth. It'll be Newport, Christopher Newport's ball. 8 minutes and 19 seconds left in this game. On a beautiful sunny day where it's about 41 degrees out. And that's a goal number 7. Goal number 16 for Christopher Newport.
7th goal for Iapicha. And she has dominated past Mel Rogers today, and it's just been
Aiden, who else?
crazy.
It's the Julie Iapicha day for Christopher Newport, and unfortunately for the Rowan Profs, says 7 goals, a hat trick plus 1. Guidi got the goal, and Guidi, this is her 3rd goal of the game. Look, Guidi is one of the leading scorers from the Profs. Aiden, not for the Profs, the Captains, my bad. Where you had to worry about her and Iapicha, and there's a reason to be worried by that.
And Guidi, of course, both of them coming in with 38 goals, and Guidi now gets her 42nd goal. So Iapicha stays at 6 goals, and Guidi gets her 4th.
Face off with Corson and Morrison. Corson back and forth. As Corson will have it, 2-on-1 to Green. Green looks to get another goal today. Looks to get goal number 10 for the Profs. Give it to Lockhart. Back and forth for Gillen. Gillen for Laurie. Laurie back. Back and forth for Lombardo. Lombardo will have it. Lombardo for Lockhart. Lockhart behind the net. By Razziani. Ball up in the air for Green. Green will have it 4-on-1, and he's scooping. And the ball is up, and it will not be Rowan ball, the Christopher Newport ball. And you just thought that maybe Corson will just add up another goal for the Profs there.
Yeah, Corson could have gotten a hat trick on that. And of course, Lockhart was taking some chances too. But now Christopher Newport back down on their side of the field, trying to get some more opportunities.
Yeah, and both teams have been playing very aggressive today as Sloan McDonald will have the ball back to Collins. Back and forth. As Winters will have it. Winters, on O'Brien, Winters looks to shoot, and she scores to make it 17-9 Christopher Newport.
Kelsey Winters gets her first goal of the day, the grad student from Harwood, Maryland, and she gets her 16th on the season. She does lead the team in assists, but she can score as well, so more points for her.
That was her 63rd goal of 63rd point on the year. She has 47 assists, and her first goal on the year, as Aiden pointed out. And for the Profs, they are down by 8, 17-9.
Newport has been able to break it open after the goals that the Profs were able to score in the third period. So Newport has been taken over in this fourth period.
And if you Profs fans are wondering why superfan Noah Weinstein is not in the crowd cheering Rowan on, he's at Acceptance Student Day. He texted me he wanted everyone to know that he was very upset he couldn't make the game today.
12th man of Rowan right there. He loves his Profs.
He really does, with his signature Rowan chant out of the Morrison and Corson in for the face-off. Six minutes and 56 seconds left in this second half of action and the game. Ball up. Big Guidi will have it. Guidi scored her first goal earlier in this game. Back and forth. Hunter will have it. Hunter on Green. Back to Morrison. Guidi will have it. Guidi looks to go back to Hunter. Back and forth as Guidi to Morrison. Morrison back to Hunter as the Profs are trying to play a little aggressive there. McDonald. Back and forth for Guidi. Guidi 3-on-1. Guidi looks to make something out of nothing. Back and forth. Behind the net for Collins. Collins. McDonald will have it. As Guidi on the left side net looks to shoot, she does not shoot. Ball still in the air. Ball's on the ground. Rowan possession. And Sophie Lursker will have it. She'll use her speed. And she's going to be a 2-on-1 as she passes intended to Lockhart. Lockhart does get it. Lockhart is in for Yasmin Harris, comes in off the bench. And then for the goal for Rowan, it'll be Lowry. Lowry will have it. Aiden, number 10.
And Lowry gets her second goal. It is 17-10 now with 5:30 to go. And yeah, second goal on 2 shots for Lowry. And they're hopefully trying to get some more goals here before, with 5:30 to go here.
That was a solo goal. Alexis Lowry got it. Lowry got it. That was her second goal of today's game. With 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. And the Profs are starting to bring in some subs as they're trying to work through their bench, as it's a 7-goal lead. So the Profs are going to want to come back in it. They're going to need to score About 2 goals per minute.
They would need to score 2 goals per minute. Of course, down 7, 5:30 to go. If they really want to score, they just got to go fast and do what they need to do.
Back and forth for Mars, Sin, and Corson for the face-off. Ball up. Face-off won by Rowan. Green looks to shoot, and she is rejected by Shadowin.
That is great effort by Molly Green, playing aggressive and showing off the speed and just trying to get that net. And now it's Iapica who's going all the way down. Iapica
looks from left to right to left. Iapica back and forth. Iapica looks to shoot. She does not shoot. She just stays. Looks to shoot there. I thought she'd have a wide open right side of the right net from Rogers. It'll still be Christopher Newport's possession. IP will have it. Morrison to Hunter. In fourth. McDonald. Callens. Back and forth. Hunter. To Morrison. Morrison, who scored earlier in the second half. One of their leading goal scorers. Winters, who scored only 1 goal, who is the leader in assists with 47. Fourth. McDonald did fourth as Rowan retains possession there. And 8-8 approach the 4-minute mark. The Profs, they could come back here, Gregson, a miracle.
Miracle could happen, but like right now, down 7, 4 minutes ago, they just got to get some goals here.
Pass from Harris to O'Brien. And Govern will have it. Govern. Green. Green looks to shoot, and she scores to make it 17-11.
5th goal on the day for Molly Green. She's just showing how aggressive and dominant she is herself for this Profs team and shows the role that she is able to play. But now the Profs cut the Christopher Newport lead to 17-11.
Prof goal scored
17-11, and the miracle could happen for the Profs as it is 17-11 the score, and the face-off will be Helena Corson and looks to be most likely Morrison. They have not yet decided. It'll be Molly who will have it. Molly in for Molly Green today. That's her 5th goal, so she's 1 short of hat trick number 2.
Almost at the spot that Julia Iapica is at.
Correct. And Morrison will have the face-off. Morrison will have the face-off for Christopher Newport with. And Captain's won that face-off as Guidi will have it. Guidi to the left. Guidi. Back and forth. Guidi. And Hunter will have it. Hunter looks to shoot back to Collins to the back of the net. As Morrison will have it. Hunter. Collins. As Winters will have it. Winters back and forth. Guidi to Hunter. Iapica looking for goal number 7 of the day. Iapica on O'Brien. Iapica gonna shoot, and she scores to make it 18-11. for Iapecha. That's her 7th goal of the day.
Now her 7th goal on the day. Christopher Newport extends their lead to 7 as well, 18-11 with 2:40 to go in this game. Iapecha now is at her 45th goal on the year. So Newport, Iapecha's been playing a huge role, and she's showing what she does for this Newport team.
We talked about Iapecha, who really, you came into this game, the goal was to try to stop her, and you just couldn't stop her today. 7 goals on the day. Without her 7 goals, it would be only 12-11. Think about that.
It would, and of course, Iapecha showing how red hot she's been these last couple games. 13 goals in the last 2 games for Julia Iapecha.
Yeah, she's been red hot, especially today with 7 goals and 6 goals in their last game against Kennedy College with her 21-10 victory, and it looks to get back-to-back wins for Christopher Newport with 10:30, with 2:30 left, as Harris got in there. 2:29. As Iapecha will have it. Iapecha from right to left. Iapecha to 4th. Get 4th for Winters. Winters will have it. Less than 2 minutes left in the game. As Winters on the right. Back and forth on the bounce pass into the net from Winters to make it 19-11.
And a great pass to Brooklyn Morrison. Morrison, 2nd goal on the day, and Newport has a 19 mark right now.
19-11, 1 minute and 50.
For Newport, goal scored by number 1, Brooklyn Morrison.
Brooklyn Morrison, who came in this first half, was quiet. Profs kept her quiet, but Morrison found a way to stop the Profs.
She did find a way for sure. 2 goals in the 4th period, 19-11 captains, and they're trying to they're closing out this game right now.
They are closing out this game with a 8-point lead. Get an 8-point lead, 19-11, 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this game. The Morrison, who's on the face-off. For the majority of the game, it was Collins, and Elena Corson will have the Profs face off. Green will have it. Green looks for her 6th goal in the last 2 minutes. Green shoots and she just misses the net. It will still be Profs' ball. Profs moving with high speed here. Clock is not running. Clock is running, not stopping. As Lockhart had it, Harris has it. Harris has 1 goal on the year against Drew. Harris back and forth. Harris 3-on-1. With the interception by Iapecha. Iapecha using her speed, just trying to drain this clock. Iapecha with the pass. Back to Hunter. Hunter will have it to Morrison. Back and forth to Guidi. As Hunter will have it. Morrison. Back and forth. Guidi and McDonald will pass, just drain this clock. Guidi and Hunter wants this team wants to score with less than a minute left. Hunter. Back to Guidi. Guidi shoots, hits the crossbar. Lucky break for the Profs. It's almost scooped up by Lockhart. 7 seconds left in this game. Scooped up by Hunter. Hunter will need to get out of something for a last-second goal. Clock is at 0-0, and Christopher Newport wins in Glassboro, New Jersey, 19-11 as the Profs fall 4 straight. Aiden, and you score 11, you just couldn't get it done. Molly Green with 5 goals today. They had a great day. What are your biggest takeaways?
Yeah, Newport was able to dominate and finish in the fourth quarter. The Profs kept it close during the first, second, and third period, but Newport was able to close it out in the fourth. Julia Iapika with 7 goals for the captains, but the Profs, Molly Green was able to score 5 goals herself. So a lot of scoring by certain players on both teams, and there was a lot of action. And Newport moves to 10-4. The Rowan Profs will fall to 3-8, and are now, they've lost their last 4, and they've lost. They've only won 1 game out of their last 9.
Yeah, they have, and it's been a tough stretch as they are going to travel to they're going to travel to Franklin and Marshall next week. As well, they almost had their last game for the Profs, but no, they couldn't get it done. You got to give it up to Molly Green with 5 goals today. But for the Profs, I like their aggressiveness, but they just couldn't get it done today. It was a tough day for Mel Rogers when you have Julia Iapika, who scored 7 goals.
7 goals right now. She moves up to 45 goals on the season and leads the team in goals for the captains. And then Kelsey Winters had 3 assists, and she is the assist king for the captains, and she moves up to 45 assists.
Before we end
50 assists, excuse me.
Before we end this broadcast, let's just go over who scored for Rowan, and the same for Christopher Newport. Lowry scored 2 goals for Rowan. Fiona Lockhart scored 1. Molly Green scored 5, and Atlanta Corson scored 2. And Calista Burke scored the first and her only goal. And Mel Rogers, who was in net, had 8 saves and 19 goals allowed. And then you go to Christopher Newport, it would be Brooklyn Morrison, who scored 2, McDonald, who had 2, Guidi had 4, hat-trick plus 1, Winters, who had 2 and 3 assists, led both teams with that, and Julia Iapika, who scored 7 goals, Aiden, 2 hat-tricks plus 1. Hope Hunter had 1 goal, Paige Henry had another goal, and Staley had another goal to make that 19-11. And then it was 2 goalies in net. It was Haley Chadwick had 1 save with 6 goals allowed, and then it was also Wyatt, the freshman, who had 5 saves and 5 goals allowed. A little back and forth goalie movement for Christopher Newport, and they showed why they're the number 19th ranked team in all of D3 lacrosse. And Aiden, do you have any last words before we end this broadcast?
Overall, yeah, Newport was able to, switching goalies, and both of them were able to get the job done. And thankfully, Chadwick is okay, of course. But then Rowan, they just got to move forward, and they play Franklin and Marshall on Wednesday. So they move forward from this. They fall to 3-8. Newport winning 19-11, and Iapika with 7.
Well, we have a final here from Glassboro, New Jersey. 19 Christopher Newport and 11 Rowan. And this is it for the game. I'm Sam Prince alongside Aiden Ray.